Hi everybody, I'm sure I'm not alone in suffering from the quarantine blues, so this is how I help combat it. I like to grow things to keep me happy, and one of the things I like to grow is regrowing vegetables that have their roots still attached. So I've been growing some scallions and romaine lettuce. The scallions definitely grow a lot faster than the lettuce, and the lettuce you can only regrow once, while the scallions you can regrow many, many times and keep on using them. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Without further ado, this is how to grow your own food. So you're going to want to start with the vegetables, which is romaine lettuce and scallions. And you'll start by cutting the leaves off of the romaine and the tops off of the scallion. And you can use the leaves of the lettuce for salads or sandwiches or whatever you want to use them for. Same thing with the scallions, they can go on anything basically. And then you want to take a cup and fill it with water and cover the top with plastic wrap. This will keep the roots in place without fully sinking into the water, and the roots will develop pretty quickly on the scallions and very slowly on the lettuce. So we're just going to focus on the scallions for now. And then once the roots are fully developed, you can take a pot and fill it with some loose, well-drained soil. And then you can just throw the plant in the soil and it will grow very quickly. And you can just take trimmings off of that and use it whenever you want to, and it will grow back very fast and fully. So you can put scallions on basically anything savory that could use a nice onion flavor. I put it on eggs, bagels, chicken, and that's how you grow your own food. This is what my lettuce looks like in the cup of water. It took about a month for it to get to this size. It never actually made it into the soil because it just grew leaves and no roots. And you can only do this trick once with lettuce, but you can do it a billion times over with scallions. So here are my scallions in water. These are their roots developing. This took about 2 weeks for it to get to this size. And here's a better view of the plastic wrap so you can see how to position it on the cup. And once the roots are developed, you can just throw it in some soil and it will grow just like that. Good afternoon. I'm going to be making a really tiny salad with some lettuce that I regrew from a head of lettuce that was purchased, not really from a grocery store, but from a purveyor, but still just a normal head of romaine lettuce. So this is my regrown romaine lettuce. You may be wondering, why don't I wait for it to get bigger? I'm afraid that it will, if romaine lettuce gets too much sun, it will go to flower. This is called bolting. I'm afraid that if I let it go for too long, it will bolt. And you might say, well, why can't you just let it go to flower? Well, I guess, I've never had to eat bolted lettuce, but the leaves get really thick and bitter, and they're just not very good. So I'm going to just cut off my lettuce where it was growing, and I've got my little head, and I'm just going to chop away and have the world's tiniest Caesar salad. This looked like more lettuce than I thought I had. So here it is. Here's my salad. Now here's what I'm going to do with this. So I had this just sitting in a cup of water. I think I'm going to try it again and see how many times I can regrow it. What's the harm in that? I already got my lettuce. So worst case scenario, I don't get any lettuce. Best case scenario, I get a little bit more. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you for tuning in. That's how I reap what I sow. Good morning and welcome to my kitchen. I'm going to be showing you guys how I casually use my scallions for anything I want. So the first thing that you're gonna need is scallions that I know you've definitely been growing in your kitchen just like I have. I use a pair of scissors to just cut them, and a knife, preferably smaller and sharper than this one, but this is what I have, so this is what we're going to use. So I just take my scallion. I'm going to take the bendy one because it's getting a little tall, too tall to support itself, and I'm just going to cut it, and that will grow back, by the way.
And now we just have a little bit of scallion. I like to cut off the ends that I use the scissors on just because we're in a pandemic. And sanitize those scissors. You never know. So, and you just cut it up like you would any other scallion. And when you cut scallion, it gets like a little callus here. I just like to discard that as well because I don't know, it's like eating a vegetable scab. It's kind of gross. So. My vegetable scab. And there we have it. You've got some fresh, homegrown scallion to put on your bagel or anything you want, nachos or in pasta. I don't know. You can throw it on whatever you want. That's how you reap what you sow.